Black Mamba 305, guys. Welcome to the channel again. Just wanted to do a quick video, guys, comparing, contrasting between my CZ457 and my custom build 22. Just both of them were I kind of took off the scopes, reset them, try to recite them, and try to see what kind of accuracy I get with the standard velocity, CCI standard velocity, 1070 feet per second. And I just want to do this video to show you guys where you can get probably custom made 1022 compared to the CZ. Now the firearm question is this one right here, CZ457. This is wearing BSA 622, and also I'm custom 1022 with a whole stock. Also wearing a BSA Suite 22. This one is a 20-inch barrel. This one is a 16-inch barrel. So so they're pretty comparable. They're very comfortable stocks. The stock is very nice. It's very rubbery in texture. The grip right here is very nice. These guns shoot very well. I do admit that BSA might not be the best name in optics, but for 22 they are pretty good. So I'm gonna later on the tabletop, I'm gonna end up shooting at 50 yards. That's all the way down there. So just to show you guys I'm not really, bullshitting. All the way down there. So this is the same target I'll be talking about on the tabletop. And so we're gonna come with the results. I've already shot 2 groups already, just straight out of cold bore shooting, 5 groups each, and with accuracy, sighting them in. And now I just now cleaned them with the cleaning kit and some oil, lube them up, and about to shoot 3 groups each again, and then compare and contrast. So I catch you guys on the table. I'll talk to you guys soon. You guys can't quite tell, guys, but it is a pretty windy day, so it's kind of hard to, it's not necessarily windy, but the wind comes and goes, so I'm kind of trying to choose the right time when to shoot, but it's kind of difficult, so that kind of might affect the results a little bit. I'm trying to show you guys if I can see. I don't know if you guys can see the trees. You can see the trees top up there. They're swaying in the wind, so that might affect it a little bit. I can say sometime it's a little calm and other times it's quiet. And any little bit of wind that can affect the 22, especially the more distance the cover is going to lose its velocity. So I'm at the range today. There's a lot of people, a whole lot of people. So it's a little bit distracting too. People are actually coming up to me, asking me about the firearms. So that's kind of throwing me off. But no excuses, guys. I don't even know if you guys can see all the wind right there, just blowing all the stuff around. So it is a pretty windy day. So so I'd like to think that both of them will shoot a lot better. It's just that the wind factor is kicking up, and on top of that, yeah, pretty much, we'll talk about the rest on the top of the tabletop right now. Just had a brain fart a while ago. But yeah, let me shoot these other 2 groups with both after I've cleaned and shot both of these, and we'll talk about the results later. And again, guys, so this is pretty much just to make sure you guys believe that this is 50 yards. I have no reason to kind of lie about the distance that I shoot. This is actually 50 yards. I'm gonna go ahead and just walk it down, and then show you the other perspective from where I'm shooting, to show you that this is 50 yards. Don't really make up these things, and show you my target real quick. After I finished cleaning, I only had to shoot 1 group, and the group wasn't that good. So this is what the targets look like. You guys won't really understand it right now until I put it down on paper and explain it to you guys. But after I cleaned them, this is the groups I'm trying to shoot. So when I looked down the board was so filthy, man. I could see all the carbon buildup. So once I cleaned it, I'm assuming that it's trying to acclimatize itself, but this is the first 4 shots with a CZ. Didn't get a chance to do the next 2 because they called the range for other people to come on the range. So I'm going to explain everything on the board once I get back on the do the tabletop, and then I want to see how tight I can get it by the time I get here. As a matter of fact, I'm going to shoot this first, then try to tighten it up for both of them. So this is going to be 1, 2, then 3, and then for the Ruger, I'm going to shoot 1, 2, then 3. Just know, just to this make it, since it's the smallest target, try to see if I can get as tight as possible. But I'm going to show you guys that you can build a 1022 that you can get as comparable accuracy as with any bolt action other rifle. And as I'm talking about it, this one is compared with a CZ 457 and then my custom built 1022. Not that I'm shitting on CZ or anything, I love both of them, but the 1022s that I've built have been very accurate, and so I just want to show other people that you can build a 1022 that can give you some great accuracy. You get the good glass, you build a nice 1022, you can get half an inch all day at 50 yards. So I'm just gonna do some more shooting, and after the end I'm gonna come back again here, look at this one more time, and then we talk about it for a little bit. Okay. Hey YouTube family, Mr. Black Mamba 305 here with you, and today we just want to talk about two rifles that I love very much. And obviously we're going to talk mostly about this, but I'm going to give you guys a quick overview of the rifles, how they came to be, and what I like about them, you know, and just talk about them, and then we go on to the accuracy. CZ 457 Varmint Pro, my own custom Ruger 1022. First of all, I want to say thank you guys for watching. If this is your first time watching the channel, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share if you like my content. If you really like my content, hit that super like button, and, you know, get me in the road with the algorithms with YouTube. And anything you guys want to do to help, that'd be greatly appreciated, man. With that, also, I know a majority of the people watch the videos from out of the country, that's from India, Australia, all these other places. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys tuning all the time when I make these videos. I appreciate the love and support that I get from outside the United States. For all the people here, again, thank you guys for watching. All my subscribers, thank you for the support. Thank you for cheering me up. Thank you for cheering me on to build up the channel. Next year, I want to have up on to about 10,000 subscribers. I know that's not a lot, but for me, that's a lot. So I'm trying my best to crank out the videos while I'm working, but you know, this is the best I can do so far. Anyway, today I want to make a video comparing my custom Ruger 1022 that I built for myself, and then this CZ Varmint Pro. As you guys know by now, let me get my glasses off. As you guys know by now, I love 22s. 22s are like one of my favorite caliber to shoot. Next to the 308, 22 is my favorite caliber. I know it goes from one extreme to another. It's 22, 308, and 9mm. Those are like my favorite caliber to shoot. I'm starting to get into some more 223, 556, but you know, I don't have a lot of ammo, so you know, I don't really shoot as much. But anyway, with all that said, let's move on, guys. Again, thanks for coming, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, so today we're gonna compare these two. I know in the intro of the video you guys saw that I was at range. Now I'm at home. You've probably seen these rifles one way or another in other people's review or on my channel, but we're just gonna go ahead and talk about them real quick, and then talk about the accuracy potential, the ammo that I use, and what my plans for these rifles are. So number one, this is the Ruger. This is pretty much a Ruger 1022. How this one is built is I bought the receiver. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have the receiver here. I bought that from Brownells, and then it's sitting in a Hogue overmold stock. It is you know, has like a rubber texture kind of. It's pretty good, man. The cheek rest is very nice. It's very comfortable. Everyone that shoot this, it just fits right into the mold of your face and your body, and it feels just great. I don't remember the price of it, but go on Amazon or go to Hogue, and I'm pretty sure they have a bunch of different designs. They have the Monte Carlo, they have this one, they have a bunch of other ones. This one also has an extended mag release. This, I think I purchased this one on Amazon. Don't remember how much I purchased it for, but that is pretty sweet. You know, sometimes when you want to drop, if you've shot a Ruger 1022, sometimes you have to really get up in there and pull it out to get it. It has a Ruger BX25 trigger, or a BX trigger, I think that's what it's called. That's about a 5-pound pull on it. Like I said, the receiver's from Brownell. I think it innards, like the bolt, all that stuff is from. I think I bought all of that stuff from Brownells. This one the receiver comes with a built-in Picatinny rail from Brownells. So if you guys are thinking about building your own 1022, I would go to Brownells and check out their one-piece receiver with the Picatinny rail. On top of that, it's wearing a BSA Sweet 22. Yes, BSA might not be the best optics, man, but I really love BSA. I love the quality you get for 22. I've not really shot anything else out of BSA besides their Sweet 22s and their Sweet 17s. And for what I use them for, shooting up to 200 yards, they do just fantastic. The customer service is amazing. I had a problem with the scope. I sent it in, and within a week I got it back. Kudos to BSA. You know, I have no problem with BSA. I will definitely rock their stuff. BSA, if you're watching and you want to support the channel, go ahead and do so. But that's, and then the barrel is a 20-inch cold ammo forged barrel. I purchased from Ruger's website officially. They has this one. They have a bunch more barrels, but this is the one that I like. I actually have two 1022 that I built, and this was actually the second one. I liked the first one so much; it was so accurate. I built the second one because I love the stock and I just wanted a challenge. So I went ahead, built it to see how accurate I can get. I'm sorry. So I have two 1022 with the same barrel, and I just put it together myself. It was a pretty fun build. The bypod I got from eBay. I think it's a Civ Life. You know, for 22 plinking, you don't need more than that. It does the job just fine. You can find them on eBay and Amazon. Switching over to the CZ457, pretty much everything that's here, besides the scopes, rings, and the bipod, are from CZ. So it comes in a very wonderful stock. The stock, I don't know if you guys can see this on camera, but it has a little bit of texture on it. It's very nice. It has a little groove where you can rest your hand while you're shooting right here. And then it has nice, very nice cheek comb. The grip of it is very nice. The trigger pull is about, 3 to 7 pounds. Just pretty much the same as the BS trigger. Nice bolt, a 90-degree throw, so it's not gonna knock up your scopes or anything. This one is wearing a scope mount, but it has a weaver mount instead. I had a little bit of problem with this. I'm thinking about, they have some super expensive 20 MOA rails. I'm thinking of changing this out. But for now, like I say, for plinking 22, it's going to be more than enough. So, that's just got, and then obviously this one's wearing another Civ Life bipod that I bought at, on, I think, Amazon. And then when I'm shooting these, I only use a bag. I'm not like 22 Plinkster that has to put it in a vice grip and shoot and only pull the trigger or any of that stuff. I want practical accuracy. So these before I go on and talk about the groups, these rifles, I know for a fact, this rifle here, and both of them actually, can shoot a half an inch consistently at 50 yards. Because that's how you judge 22 MOA. It's at 50 or MOA at 50 yards. So if you're getting half an inch at 50 yard, that is sub MOA for a 22, as opposed to you shooting like a 223, 308, 65, then it's at 100 yards. So these I know are capable. There's a ton load of videos on the accuracy of this CZ457. I see, I like Pursuit of Accuracy, and I'm on other channel. They do a lot of accuracy testing with this. I see them put big scopes and they change out the chassis and they do this and that. But I think the base model is more than accurate, way more than you can shoot. And I think with the right ammo, I honestly think that CCI standard velocity that I use is kind of like the gatekeeper of good ammo, because CCI, they're kind of like, you can shoot CCI and you can get two groups with half MOA, and then the third group you go, it opens up to like 1 inch with a flyer, and then that 1 inch would lead to 4 shots that are touching or a half a MOA, and then that 1 inch flyer or that 3/4 inch flyer just opens it up. So it's, to me, CCI standard velocity, I love CCI standard velocity. It keeps you honest and it keeps you true, because you're always really taking your time to try to get the best groups possible. So I love CCI, but I'm poor, so I can't really afford to buy SK ammo. SK, if you're watching and you want to support the channel, go ahead, contact me, send me some ammo. My viewers, if you want to send me some SK ammo so I can do some reviews and see how accurate these can be, you guys can go ahead and do that too. I take all donations on all help I possibly can. I'm not too proud to accept help from my subscribers or my supporters. So, that's pretty much, and like I said, both of these are weighted BSA Sweet 22, which is more than enough for me. They come with ring caps to cover them. There's not really much else to say about them besides, to get into the accuracy portion of the thing. And before I get into the accuracy portion, remember, as I said in the video, it was very windy. I don't use a vise when I'm shooting these. The most I use is a bag and these bipods. So I'm not going to get the exact most accurate shooting out of them, but I get as much as I can. without making the video too long, I'm just gonna go over the accuracy. So yesterday was very windy, and before I get into all of this, it was very windy. I'm not trying to make excuses, but it was very windy yesterday. You guys saw that. A lot of times in between shooting each group, I'll shoot like 2 rounds, and then the wind will pick up, and then I'll pause and wait, and then when I start feeling the wind on my skin or hearing it, then I'll shoot 2 more. I think stuff like that can affect the accuracy, and that's what I did all day yesterday. It was just so windy. That range that I go to, a lot of times it's super dead, and you can get amazing results. And days like, you know, whenever I went the last time to shoot these 2, they were just like, you know, the wind picks up, then it gets down, then you have a little, you know, maybe 15 seconds where it just dies down, and you're trying to force yourself to make those shots. On top of that, the range shuts down every 15 minutes for people to go and recheck their target. So with all that said, guys, you know, the kind of groups that, you know, I'm getting, I am very pleased with them. What I did, I kind of, you know, played around with the scope settings, so they were kind of off. So the initial groups for them were kind of, you know, all over the place. And so let me explain to you what you guys are seeing. So you might not see my face in upcoming shots, but I'm gonna show you guys, you know, what I'm doing. So the first group that I did at the top right here is for the CZ 457, and like I said, the scope was off, and I started from the left over here, and you can see that that was my first shot. And you know, that's always a fly. I don't understand why when you shoot 22 sometimes you get this flyer, then they settle in to a 4 group or a 3 group, 3 shots touching 4 group after that. If anybody know in the comments, pursuit of accuracy, if you're watching, any of you guys watching want to explain that to me, I'm all ears. I'm always willing to learn. So so my first group with the CZ 457, I shot that first, and then I went to the Ruger. So the first group I did, you guys can see that I got that flyer right there, and then I got something that looks like a 3/4 of an inch group right there. But this opened up. I didn't measure anything. I'm just kind of winging it. But let me get like a nickel or a dime so you guys can see how big these groups are, because you might not be able to tell. Just a moment. I can see some coins right here on my table. All right, I'm back. I didn't go too far, guys. All right, so here we are again. I'm gonna try to make this video as fast as possible. So the first group that I did was a CZ 457, and again, this is a penny. So you guys know how big a penny is. It's not fake. And then, like I said, the first shot was a flyer, and then it went right into a penny. So that is pretty much sub MOA if you take away that flyer right there. But again, like I said, I was trying to sight it in, and that's kind of how it is. And sometime when I'm sighting, I'll move the scope ring. I'll just shoot all 5, and in the next group I'll kind of move them in. I'll shoot 2 groups and then see what it looks like, and then adjust as I go. So that was the first group. Then the second group was pretty terrible. You know, this is more like an inch. This is about an inch right here. Again, let me put like that penny, that nickel, that penny right there. So that's what it looks like. So it's about 2 of those. So that's a little bit over an inch. The next group again, so this is the third group, and it's still pretty big, you know. And like I said, I turned and twist the scope. So I just wanted to see what it was doing. And then my third group was really big. Like I said, the wind was acting stupid yesterday. So I promise you, I'm not that horrible of a shot. So it wasn't that great, but no big deal. So what I did, I shot 1 rifle, I shot the CZ, then I tried to do 5 groups, but then time ran out on me, so I didn't get to do the 5th group. So so after I finished shooting the CZ, I went down to the second line right here, and I started shooting the Ruger. And let me see, and I started on this side. So I started on the left side this time, and as you guys can see, that was pretty terrible. So this was my first shot, trying to walk it in, and then that's why this group is so big, because like I said, I kind of tangled around the scope ring and try to reset it again. So as I played with it and got it down, you can see this is my second group, and that is sub MOA right there. And this is again, I'm sorry guys, and it falls right within that penny. So sub MOA, my second group. I think the wind started picking up again, and then it got a little bit, just a little bit bigger than the penny. As you guys can see, this group right here got just a little bit bigger. It's still about 3/4 of an inch. Then I kept shooting it. Then this was my fourth group again. And this is the root. Now this is the second one, is the Ruger. Again, sub MOA again, right there. You guys can see it, sub MOA, you know. And this is the one that I built from scratch. And then I don't know what happened. I went over here. I think the wind picked up again and it just opened up, because I know I'm not that bad of a shot. So that's how that went. So the third time now, I went to the third group. Again, the CZ 457 again. I went back to the, oh, that's why it says clean right there. So what I did was clean the gun and then try to reshoot them. So the first group was just me trying to sight them in, the CZ, the Ruger. The third group, you know, I cleaned up. I know if you guys look at the video, you saw some cleaning supplies there. So I tried to clean out the barrel. And then the third group, I tried to come back and do it again. So the CZ wasn't shooting that great. So this is the third group right here. I came, it's pretty big. You see how I drew the circle around it? They're a little smaller than the circle that I make around it, but you can see how big they are. That's the first shot. Let me see, the first. Okay, so I decided to do first, second, third, because this target was so small. I wanted to kind of keep, you know, tightening it up before I went to that third target. So the first target I did with a flyer, and again, you know, those four coming into like a penny again right there. So like, that's what I'm saying with 22, you get all these flyers all the time. Or if I don't know if it's with CCI standard velocity, but every time I shoot CCI standard velocity, I always seem to just get this one flyer and then the rest just tied together. And that's what happened here. This flyer probably opened it up to like 1.25 inches, and then you had these four in here that was, again, maybe 1/2 inch. Then the second group I made, you know, I don't, like, it got a little bit tighter here. And I said, all right, let me see what it's doing. Remember, it just got clean. And then the third group, I went ahead and then I got another flyer here again, and then another 4 rounds. So flyer, 4, flyer, 4, flyer, and then these 4 are a little bit bigger. But that's kind of what it was doing. Then I went down again, and this one is the CZ 457, the first cleaning for the CZ 457. Then the fourth group was a Ruger that I cleaned. So the first shot was here, and you guys can see again the Ruger is shooting pretty sweet, you know. Then it's right inside the penny there, so that's like sub MOA again. That's about 1/2 inch right there. Then the second shot was over here, got a flyer, and then I got 4 right there. It's crazy. So you guys can see the flyer right there, and then 4, like you can see my finger right in there. And then the third group, I don't know what happened, another flyer again, and then the fourth. What I think it might be is when I'm settling into the rifle after I've shot one group and I put my head back on the rifle, I might be off. And then as soon as I get off and I get settled in, then the gun starts settling back down again. So it's probably me why the flyers are, because it just seems like the first one's always a flyer. So maybe when I put my head into that comb right there, it's not exactly where it needs to be. And then after I fire it, then I start settling, and then I start, you know, tightening it up. And so that's what happened. But as you guys can see, without the flyers that they have, you know, both of these guns can do 1/2 inch easily at 50 yards. It's just a matter of me tightening them up. And to be fair, I've had more rounds going through the Ruger custom built than I do the CZ457. The CZ457 probably has about 250 rounds to it. Those just getting acquainted with it, trying to shoot it, get a hang for it. So it's not really had the track record as this one. So this one's a little bit more accurate. And then the last set of group that I did was this third group right here. You know, like, and keep in mind, guys, it was very windy, so I think I could have done a lot better. And again, I'm using CCI standard velocity. But if you can do fairly decent with CCI standard velocity, guys, trust me, when you get to SK ammo and you get into the higher end ammo, trust me, I think once these guns I start putting those kind of rounds to even CCI green tags. You know, I've shot CCI green tags like 3 groups in a row and got like sub MOA with this. You know, not with this, but with this. You know what I mean? So I know that these guns can shoot very well. And again, like I said, BSA might not be the best optics, but they are still pretty good. And, you know, maybe if I get maybe a little bit, you know, better optics with higher power, a little bit more clarity, maybe a sunshade on it, I can probably do tighter groups more consistently. And then, like I said, so the third group again, the third and final group, I said, all right, let me do 2 more and just to tighten it up a little bit. At that time, you know, I was ready to kind of go. You know, like I was cleaning the rifles. The wind was just getting on top of my nerves, and I was kind of just ready to go. But I said, let me shoot 1 more group. So the first group I did was the CZ, and then again, like I said, this might look big, but it still fits within the penny. It literally still fits within the penny. Just a little bit outside the penny, that one, but that's about a little bigger than a 1/2 inch. So that was the first one. That's the direction I started, first one. And then the second one, it opened up a little bit. I got 1, 2, and then the rest were right in there. So 3 touching and then 2 right there. And then the last one I did, oh, I'm sorry, this was for the Ruger. This was the Ruger did this first group. This is for the Ruger. But I already know the Ruger shoots very well, so. And then the second group was for the CZ. And then, you know, it was kind of going crazy, flyer, and then you got 4 touching again, like I said. And then the last group for the CZ, I got all 4 touching. So, right there. So like I said, guys, you know, those are the results of my trip to the range yesterday. I know these 2 firearms can shoot very well, you know, so, but the point I'm trying to make is, guys, you guys can make your own rifles and get them to shoot sub MOA at 50 yard with a 22. And again, like I said, I know that these 2 rifles can shoot the daylights out of, you know, any little dot. But, you know, I'm still working out the kinks on them. I'm thinking of maybe upgrading, you know, the BSA optics to something else. If you guys have any suggestion, let me know. You know, and again, with changing up the ammo, maybe start consistent stepping up to CCI green tags. Those are a little bit more accurate. But I really want to try the SK ammo, SK long range, SK rifle match kind of stuff. You know, again, if you guys are watching, you want to sponsor SK, want to sponsor the channel, send me some ammo. You know, that would be great. You know, because those things are kind of like buying 9mm. You know. And that's pretty much a review. What I, you know, and that's kind of what I plan to do with these. Like I said, I love BSA. BSA makes some pretty affordable optics that are fairly decent. They're a good company. I had a problem with them. Sent optic arcs. They didn't give me too much of a problem. They didn't give me any problem whatsoever. They fixed the rifle and I was on my way. And that is pretty much it for the review, guys. So guys, if you guys like my content and you guys want to support the channel, just hit go ahead and hit that subscription button, the notification that when I make videos like these, you guys are the first to get it. And you know, just watch the rest of my videos, support, like them, and that is that. You know, Mr. Black Mamba 305 signing out. And again, for all the people in foreign countries that are watching my videos, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to watch the crap that I put out and listen to the gibberish that comes out of my mouth. You know, but I'm very thankful that you guys come in, watch, and support. All the people always make comments. Go ahead, comment in there. If you know something somebody don't know, help them out. And that's what this channel is here for. Not for the people who think they know everything. You know, I'm here for people who don't know much about firearms, and I'm just trying to share that knowledge with you guys. So Mr. Black Mamba 305 signing out. Thank you, guys.